Good afternoon, good evening. Tonight, legal experts are weighing in on comments recently made by Indiana's Republican candidate for lieutenant governor.
Micah Beckwith recently told a gathering, if elected, he will fire state workers working with his office who are using pronouns in their email signatures. In fact, there's video of him saying that now posted on YouTube.
Emily Longnecker explains who posted it and what Senator Mike Braun had to say about his running mate's statements. Emily.
Well, Ann and Felicia, the video was shot by a reporter with the Bloomingtonian, an online local news publication that covers news in Bloomington, Monroe County area. The reporter who took the video posted it on YouTube and explained that he recorded it when Beckwith spoke at a recent Monroe County Republican dinner.
13 News watched that video on YouTube. We can't show it to you because we don't own the rights to it. But here are some of Beckwith's comments after someone in the audience asked him if there was a deep state in government. Beckwith said, quote, "There is a deep state within the Indiana government, and we do have a plan to address it." Beckwith said he believed those in the deep state were, quote, "bureaucrats that are rooted deep in the system that have their own personal agendas that are playing out through the mechanisms of government." Beckwith also told the crowd he would do his part to get rid of the deep state, and the easiest way to spot someone with, quote, "far-left value systems is through their emails," saying, quote, "If I get an email from anyone in my office or in agencies that I oversee as lieutenant governor, and their signature has their email, their pronouns on it, they're going to be gone, right? That's really easy. We're not going to play that." Beckwith added he'd have to go through human resources and acknowledge that it's not easy to fire someone, telling the crowd, quote, "We can certainly relegate them to a place that they will have no influence." Retired Professor Jennifer Droback, who specializes in and taught discrimination law at Indiana University, called Beckwith's statements discriminatory. She cited federal law dealing with protected classifications. Sex is one of them, and the U.S. Constitution's Equal Protection Clause.
In this case, it would be sex, because we have identified pronouns or gendered pronouns as indicating an affiliation on the basis of sex. And so that is clearly a protected classification, as is religion, as is ethnicity or national origin or race. So these characteristics are those that we have said you should not be penalized for.
Droback says Beckwith doesn't even have to follow through with his threats to fire or demote employees who use pronouns. She says his words will create a chilling effect.
He's already said he's going to get rid of people who have identified pronouns. And that indicates a particular orientation or sexual identity or sex-based identity. And that's illegal. You can't do that.
13 News reached out to the Beckwith campaign for further clarification on his recent comments. The campaign issued the following statement. Quote, "It is disappointing that this comment was taken out of context. Micah Beckwith wants to stop unelected bureaucrats from undermining the agenda of elected officials. He will be basing decisions on job performance." 13 News reached out to Beckwith's running mate, Senator Mike Braun. He issued a statement saying, quote, "My administration will hire and fire employees based solely on their merit and commitment to delivering efficient, effective state government to make life better and more affordable for Hoosiers. Period."
He is making a correct statement and is taking the right path. That is the lawful path. And his lieutenant governor running mate is off the rails legally.
Now, we also asked the state's personnel department if Indiana has a policy on the books that deals with pronouns being used by state employees. They told us they were getting us answers. Ann, Felicia?